Okay, so we are live. So this is the World Cup bracket. We are in what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top 8 in the World Cup. So it's coming down to the wire here. Closing on the finish line. Top 8, as I said. Spain versus Switzerland this game. Let me just scroll down here. There we go. So Spain is currently up 2-0. Having Kuma beat Gomez 1-0. And Flipa beat Vanille. And this game is gonna be Daigotsu Kaiko on Crab versus Xenopat on Dragon. So Spanish Crab and Swiss Dragon. Let's have a quick look at the deck lists while we wait for the game to start. So for Dragon, let's go full screen. We have an interesting deck here actually. Dragon Venom. So it's Keeper Water, Manicure Garden, Upholding, Restoration, Midnight Revels, Pilgrimage. So nothing super special in the row. Perhaps interesting is the Manicure Garden instead of the classic now Secluded Shrine, no, Ancestral Shrine, something. Yeah, you know what I mean. Then is the we see Yuikimi, the new character for Dragon. Gonna be interesting to see what she does. Haven't seen her in play yet. So just have a quick look to remind ourselves. After you gain a fate from a ring during conflict in which these characters participate in, can be chosen as the target of opponent's triggered abilities. So this could become a decent tower, I guess. 3 Mystics. Lots of attachment hate here. 2 Niten Adepts. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. Niten Adept is really good here. With all that attachment hate. 3 Tranquil Philosophers. Pretty good in the Dishonor mashup. Mainly Crab or Scorpion. 3 Volcanic Trolls for those beaters, nice. And the Splash, when you come to the conflict deck. 3 Fate Worse Than Death. That is a very interesting choice here. 2 Assassination, 2 Bonsai, 2 Sensors, 3 Court Games, 1 Defend Your Honor, 3 Hurricane Punches. That is rather interesting because he doesn't have that many monks here. He has Keepers, he has Initiates, the Mendicants, the Philosophers. So not a super huge amount of monks, but still warranting a 3 of Hurricane Punch, I guess. 1 Indomitable Will, that 1-off is gonna be very interesting to see if it manages to fire. 2 Daishos, nice. 3 Cloudy Mind, yeah, a lot of Shigenias here. Swordsmith, Shigenya, New Mystic. Okay, not that many, but still. 3 Cloudy Mind. 1 Court Mask. Okay. I mean, he has a lot of low glory characters. He has a few with glory 2, like the Investigator and the Initiate, but most of them are 1 or lower, so yeah, I guess Court Mask could be some recurring value here. And as we have seen in the last few days or the past week, recursion is pretty good. Phoenix. Moving on, 3 Fine Katanas, 3 Fantanas, all in all. 2 Finger Jades, staple in the Dragon deck. 1 Kitsuki's Method as well, so he has both the ancestral attachments, but only 1 method. And for conflict characters, we have 2 Ancient Masters, probably to get the favor most of all. For those 2 Censors. And also 3 Tattooed Wanderers, okay. See if they have started yet, no? Okay, let's have a quick look at the Crab deck as well. So, original idea made by me. Well, it's very original, being Keeper of Water and what looks to be Unicorn Splash. Magical Garden, Upholding Authority, Meditation's Gateway, and Along the River of Gold. Here we come to some really interesting stuff. One Eager Scout, finding its way back into Crab decks. The new sacrifice stuff being more prevalent. 2 Hidden Guardians, 3 Kaio Envoys, 1 Signaler, 2 Mystics, Satoshi Broker, and Taka. Ooh, yeah, we're seeing some sacrifice shenanigans here. Third round, Funeral Pyre, Iron Man, Karada, Kuni. 1 Kuni Laboratory. Yeah, he has a lot of low cost characters, so that gets a lot of value. Attachments, 2 Cloud Mine. How many Shigemis is one? 2 Mystics, 2 Witch Hunters. And also those 3 Wayfinders. Yeah, that could work. 3 Talismans of the Sun. Yeah, he really is going for that Mado combo here. 3 Watch Commanders, 2 Jade Tetsubles, 3 Wayfinders for Splash, also 1 Ambusher. It's a good choice, since that Spyglass is now restricted. Ambusher is a very good card for Crab. Also Infiltrator. 2 Assassination. Ooh, 2 Assassination. 3 Way of the Crab. So towers are gonna have to be really careful here. 3 Bonsai, 2 Court Games, 3 Defend Your Honor. A restricted card is Rebuild. So you fight on 3 in defense of Rokugan. Yeah, nice. 3 Way of the Crab and 2 Prayers to Ebisu. Yeah, he's really going for a combo here. Let's hope that we see it fire, because I haven't seen it fire yet actually. So he could go to Mado, sacrifice the Eager Scout with a Broker and Taka on board, getting 2 Fate and a card for 0 cost, and then sacrifice it to Funeral Pile to get another card, or in defense of Brokugan to just shut down the conflict, because he will gain 1 Fate and 1 card to replace the in defense of Brokugan. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So now we have the players ready. Let's go. Oh, that was some great skill by me, by the way. I had to sneeze and I don't have any mute buttons, so I had to go to OBS and turn off my mic in like 2 seconds. But yeah, now we're ready to go. So, Spain, Crab versus Dragon, Switzerland. I'm ready when you are. Yeah, let's become famous. So it looks like the whole Spanish community is watching this game. We even have Mr. Pintor here. Espinosa. In case you didn't know, Pablo Pintor, probably the best Crab player right now. Kaku is on the toilet. So maybe he's gonna judge this poor Spanish Crab. on all of his plays. Let's shut down Steam here. Alright, chess clock is on. Both players have their deck selected. Good luck, have fun to both players. So we have Kaiku Spain on top and Discord Switzerland on the bottom. Discord gets the first player token. Let's zoom in another bit. There we go. Okay, here we go. Discord not content with his opening flop mulligan 3 cards and Kaiku mulligan 4. Okay. So some RNG in this first round, I guess. Bit better off on the hand. Kaiku mulligan 1, Discord mulligan 3. Ooh, Karata District first turn. Yeah, that's gonna be rough for Discord if you can't break that Karata District. See a Doom Shigenya popping down. Always a good starter, has been since core. Just dropping that one Fate 3/3. That's also a Shigenya. Kaiko answering with his 1/1 of his own. 1 cost character, I mean. Can't really use the ability here unless he plays a conflict character though. Playing it without Fate, interesting. Did we see any reprieves in the crab deck? Oh, no. Hello. Hello. That was the wrong page. Those haikus are really good, by the way. Yeah, we see no reprieves in the crab deck. That is very interesting. Opting to kill his characters instead of saving them. Well, I always approve of killing crabs, so I like this deck already. Both players drawing 5. Let's see if Discord goes for an attack here. He could push for a water conflict to force Kaiko to defend, but that could be really risky, considering Kaiko has the keeper. Fire is also a good choice. Dishonoring the Hidden Guardian to get it to 0/0. Earth is always a good ring as well. But he might opt to not attack here. Yo, he's going for a conflict. And he's going water. Yeah, he's gonna push here. And he probably sees that Kaiko doesn't have that many political pumps, so the political attack here is relatively safe actually. Ooh, and we find Mado under the Karata district. You see the fence from Kaiko here. I wonder what he will do here. Probably play a conflict character, right? No, he just passes. I don't think Discord pushes this conflict, right? Yeah. He just wants to deny Kaiko the water ring for this turn. Probably a good choice here. Which means that he's currently winning this round and getting the favor. Getting those 2 sensors online, yeah, 2 sensors. And both players passing their conflicts. Character might be looking for a conflict character here to deny discard a favor here. Probably thinking about it right now. Yeah, there's an Nezumi Infiltrator. Ooh. Not the most optimal conflict character to drop out of conflict. Probably would have wanted a Wayfinder here instead. Let's see what he finds. He finds under Yuikimi Pilgrimage. Wow, that's a rough find. Which means that he won't get to fire the ring, and both players will just be sitting here with no favor. Because it's political and he can't really push this conflict. I mean, yeah, he could like move in the Guardian and then plus the Nezumi Infiltrator to 3, but then he would have needed 2 more. Yeah, that's a big push. And that's just if discard doesn't have anything to combat it with. And yeah, just takes the ring. So I think discard got the better hand, got better off on this first round, right? He's up on fate, he's up on cards. Kaiko has that threat of the Way of the Crab now though, so discard has to play a cheap character probably. First thing next turn. So probably has to ditch the Troll and the Mystic, right? Discards the Troll, maybe saving the Mystic to play. Ooh, hello. Both a Witch Hunter and a Kisara. I think he's gonna go for Witch Hunter. Now with this board, probably Kisara, right? But what does discard buy here? I don't think he wants to try his luck against this Infiltrator here, right? Probably has to buy the Mystic first. Kaiko evaluating his characters here, going with Kisara 3 Fate. Yeah, since he's playing no reprieves, he might as well put a bit more fate on his characters. So yeah, we see the Mystic play, probably necessary. Now we might see Yuikimi. Because Raitsugu is not gonna duel that Kisara. No way. Okay, we see the Philosopher instead. And we might see another character played here actually. Because with that Philosopher he's gonna get a lot of fate from the rings. Yeah, looks like he's considering something more here. I wanna see Yuikimi played. I haven't seen her in play yet. She does have the champion trait. That is because she was the one who won the Topaz Championship in the canon lore. Both players are still bidding 5. Kaiko hasn't found any what commanders yet, probably. He hasn't been able to set up his combo yet as well. He has a Funeral Pyre and a character to sacrifice, but not much else. Kisara is a really big wall though, with a really big hammer and a bad temperament. So he's gonna be a big problem for Discord here. Especially since that Discord can't really play in attachments because of that Kerala district found turn 1 as well. Yeah, limit 1 cards are fun for everyone, right? I mean, he could use the Mia Mystic to sacrifice and destroy the attachment that Keiko steals, but that is the most sad answer to Kerad District ever, like, right? Having to sacrifice a Mystic to destroy your own attachment. Goes for the Cloudy Mine on Keiko's Quesada though. That's a really good Cloudy Mine. Because Keiko doesn't run any attachment hate except for Mia Mystics. Decides to just smash right on in on Pilgrimage with Quesada. Yeah, that's a good choice. Going Void. That's an interesting choice. Wants that Philosopher off the board, I guess, for his Dishonor strategy. No defense from Discord. Do we see a Fate Worse Than Death here? Yeah, Fate Worse Than Death. Smack. So now Quesada is double clouded. And Keiko has to expend a lot of resources to win this conflict, which he's not gonna do. Just gonna pass this. And that Fate Worse Than Death really coming in handy here. Discord probably thinking about what ring he wants to use here. Because he wants to use the Philosopher before the conflict to get all that sweet, sweet fate. Or he just passes. That's interesting. Maybe afraid of a fight on or something you like. Surely. It's still early for me here. I was up all night having an existential crisis about my Krakow deck. So I'm a bit tired this morning. Ooh, finding restoration with the firing. Firing would have been my choice for the first conflict though, to dishonor the Philosopher. But he goes for the fire now instead. Plays 2 court games, so if Discord defense with the Philosopher, he could be up this conflict. Do we see a defense though? Yeah, defense with the Philosopher. We'll see one of the 3 Discord court games here. I don't think Keiko pushes this more than court games of his own, right? That is gonna be really expensive. Could have an assassination into Way of the Crab, I guess. Yeah, court games to dishonor. But I don't think Keiko will push this more because it's not gonna need 2 more skill. Well, I guess 1 more skill to win now. Yeah. Yeah, that's alright for Keiko. He just passes that. Now let's see if this Philosopher trigger will happen. Let's see the Fate move to the Void Ring? Or does he want Earth? Yeah, he wants Earth. Knowing that Kaiko is on a dishonor strategy, and he's gonna need all the cards he can get, going Void Earth here is really good. Looking at other provinces, finding Manicured Garden. No defense. Use Garden, and then probably pass from Discord, yeah. Does Kaiko want to do anything here? Does he have a second court games? No, he plays a Wayfinder. Discord passes and trigger box for Kaiko. And now Discord has to do something to get through this conflict. Not sure what he wants to do here. Yeah, he just passes. He's alright with this. No player gets the favor, and they just keep bouncing off each other. No ring has been won on attack except for that first water ring here. Last turn, which did nothing. Kaiko getting some more value out of that. And some Infiltrator with that Funeral Pyre. Oh. A card game player's best friend. The value. Value cards. Where you can squeeze out as much as possible out of every single piece in your deck as possible. Oh, look at that flop. I wonder what Discord is gonna play this turn. Kaiko has a bit of an interesting choice for himself here. Probably gonna go for the Satoshi. He already has a lot of military power, so evening it out with Satoshi and filling up his discard pile is, yeah, probably the correct choice here. And we see Retsugu bought from Discord. It's gonna fade him up. See what he discarded. Broker, 2 Vanguard Warriors, an Iron Man, Guardian, Carry Envoy, Eager Scout. Ooh, we're getting some combos this turn, I think. Some value train. Discord duplicates Retsuga again, and Kaiko passes. Might see a pass from Discord as well, opting not to buy that Yukime again. To bluff or save for the Fate Worse Than Death, but he decides not to. Figuring he has to buy a decent board here against this crab. I do wonder whether or not he attacks here though, because if Kaiko has found that talisman to move it to Meido, this can get very interesting. Of course, Discord could have all the let goes in the world. Tranquil Philosopher moving to the Void Ring. Trying to get that Fate of Kisada here. Probably gonna go political, right? Because as we saw in the introduction, Kaiko has a lot of military defense and offense. Playing Banzai in defense of Rokugan, 3 in defense of Rokugan actually. I think the only political palms he had was Court Games and Watch Commander. And Talisman, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna see a political here with Yukimi on Manicured Garden. Probably a good choice here. If he breaks, he discards the Funeral Pyre as well. That's a piece in the crab puzzle. Okay, Yukimi can't be targeted by what in the crab deck? In defense of Rokugan, but it's a political conflict, so that doesn't matter. Doesn't work against court games because court games targets the player. With the crab also targets the player. Yeah, it's a cool ability, but doesn't really matter in the crab matchup. So see Kaiko defending with 2 characters. And then we see the first attachment played by Discord here. And Keiko is not buying the bait here, taking the bait, and not using Kerala District, instead opting to go for the Watch Commander, probably a good choice here. Forcing Discord to play even more cards to get through this conflict. Oh, fate worse than death, smack. So yeah, that's a good answer to Watch Commander, I guess. Fight on Miya Satoshi though. So you defend your honor from Discord. Yeah, he doesn't want that Satoshi into this conflict. Kaiko probably bidding 1 here. Yeah, 1, 2, safe 3. Yeah, both those Fate Wars and Death have been really good, finding 1 on the Kisada and 1 on the very much important Satoshi here with the Watch Commander on. Now it's gonna break, never mind a second fight on here. But I think Discord is fine with this, right? Currently. He does get to avoid the Satoshi, forcing Kaiko to play 1 of his million saves. I mean, one of his 3 rebuilds, because he doesn't play Reprieve. See box used for Kaiko. We might see a reply with the Dragon Box. Yes. Now, do we see the buy? The Kerala District, probably. Discord is on 0 fate though, so giving him 1 fate can be dangerous. Yeah, he does buy the fan. So this conflict is probably over now, right? Discord did force a lot of value out of, I mean, a lot of resources out of Kaiko here. Having to expend 2 fight-ons and the Karada trigger. But he did spend a Defend Your Honor and the Fate Worse than Death of his own, so yeah. Would have been nice for him to get that Void Ring off. But the wall stands. Now we might see Kisada go on the crackback with probably water to stand that Satoshi again. Or does he just keep on defending? He's played 2 of his 3 fight-ons here. Yeah, going for the military water on pilgrimage again. He does run 1 Shinju Ambusher though, so when he finds that, he can go straight into Restoration of Balance. And this is also interesting because Discord can just defend with Retsugu. That would force a card out of Kaiko, but it opts to defend with both. He might want to win this ring actually. Because he is as well keeper of water. And Kaiko, even though if he doesn't get the trigger ring, he has a keeper initiate in this discard pile. There we see a Hurricane Punch played. So 7 to 7. Discard is gonna have to play some more cards here. Kaiko, yeah, he's just fine with getting the keeper here. Another Hurricane Punch. Quesada is taking some blows here. Kaiko is fine with this. We see a Bonsai played from Kaiko. One of his 2 Bonsais. Up and winning again. And there's no Mitsu in the Discord Dragon deck, so those Hurricane Punches are gone. Bonsai of his own from Discord. Do we see the Defend Your Honor that Kaiko is probably holding in his hand? Yeah, we see a Defend Your Honor. So the clock switching around here. We're gonna be a 1-to-1 here, yeah. Canceling Discord's Bonsai, and I don't think Discord has any more that he wants to put into this conflict. He has like all the Fantanas and Daishos and another Hurricane Punch. He finds all 3. That's some really good card draw. Cycling through his deck, keeping in this conflict. He's gonna need to spend another card though. Probably gonna see an attachment here, right? Yeah, we see a Fine Katana on Retsugu. So now Kaiko has to spend even more cards. He has played his Bonsai. Yeah, he has to play a conflict character here to win this. Or Watch Commander Talisman. That's a lot of resources going on to a Clouded Kisada that's probably going away next turn. See a Clouded Mine on Retsugu, interesting. I guess he just wants to play it while he can, while he has the Shigeni out. And then, yeah, sacrificing the Funeral Pyre with the Funeral Pyre. Get the card. And this card wins the conflict and gets that sweet, sweet Keeper Fate. Okay, so where are we in this process? We have second conflict coming in from Discord here. Probably gonna be quite open. Hitting that Manicure Garden probably. 2 Phytons have been played already. I think this signals that Discord has Sensor in hand, because that airing is not super high value. Sure, he denies Kaiko some fate here, But I think he mainly does it to get the favor here. Because he has already played 3 Hurricane Punches and 1 bounce. I'm not sure he's gonna break this. So Kaiko thinking about what he's gonna do here. He probably has a conflict character in hand, but... Or just the Talisman. So we're gonna see Talisman move to Mado. No, we're gonna see the Let Go, of course. It's Dragon. We see a second Talisman from Kaiko. Will we see a second Let Go? Yeah, we see a second Let Go. Now, does Kaiko play his 3rd Talisman here? He's thinking about it. He wants to. He really wants to. Or just an assassination. Yeah, that works. Get that Tattooed Wanderer out of here. Doesn't want Discord to get the favor and get those 2 sensors online. That was really good for Discord though. Getting 2 Fate off of Kaiko. Discarding both those talismans with only 1 left in the deck. So Kaiko's gonna have some problem here getting his engine online. Even though he has the Broker and an Envoy and Vanguard Warrior and Eager Scout in the Discard pile here. Yeah, exactly. Those talismans are really important. Because, of course, that gateway to Mado is a really important province. We do see a terrible flop for Discord though. Only finding a Doomed Shigenya to play. One saving grace is that Palace is flipped on Pilgrimage though, making that province a real problem for Kaiko here. And Discord switching to the 1 bid here. Okay, so Kaiko down to 4 honor, with 2 Dishonored characters on the board. That probably forces an air ring here. Air or fire. He could go fire to honor. Go fire with Kisada and honor Satoshi. That works as well. Yeah, Discord flipping it to a Dishonor win here. Probably a good choice actually. Because we are on turn 4 and nothing has broken yet. See, Manicured Garden found with the Earth Ring instead. Yeah, Kaiko wants to punish Discord for that 1 bid and discard his hand. Increasing the card advantage. Earth Ring is always good. See a defense with just the right Sugu as of now. I'm gonna get the Fate from the Manicured Garden. No, he decides to go with the Stronghold first. That's a bit risky. Kaiko could have a Shinyabushi here, but he probably wants to save it for Restoration. See, Tetsubo played on Kisada, so he probably has at least 1 rebuild in hand now to rebuild that Iron Mine. Or a Talisman, the 3rd Talisman, to get that Vanguard Warrior into play. Discord getting a Fate. Probably gonna see Retsugu smacked across the kneecaps here with the big Tetsuo. I mean, Kisara already has a Tetsubo, so does that mean that he's dual-wielding Tetsubos now? Kisara is one of the few characters I think that could actually dual-wield Tetsubos, right? Discord passes. Smack. Retsugu drops his fate. Discord passes. Kerala District to steal the katana, and now it's currently breaking. Discord passes. He has nothing against this big Kisara. Yeah, he has a rebuild in hand. And discards Finger Jade. That's a good discard for Discord. As I said with Yukimi, there are few, if any, things that he wants to use Finger Jade on. Pretty much only the assassination and Defend Your Honor, I guess. Tranquil Philosopher to move the Fate to the Airing. Yeah. He's going all in on this Dishonor here. If he gets this ring, he's down. Keiko's down to 3 honor and then 2 honor if Kisara leaves play. You know, that's a big if, but still. So Yukimi going in, probably gonna go air then, because he moved the Fate to the Airing. Probably gonna go on Manicured, yeah. Keiko has gotten a lot of Fate out in that Manicured. I think it has been attacked every turn, which means that it's 5 Fate gained from that Manicured Garden. That's a pretty good garden. Keiko says no defense. Discord also says no defense. Ooh, that's really risky from Keiko here. Even the wall has gardens, yeah. There are probably very few gardens on the wall because in contrast to stone, flowers are very squishy. It seems like, yeah, the garden is the weakness in the wall here because Keiko is dropping down to 2 honor with an undefended Airing. What's that Oracle? What's that card? That's an old card, right? Poorly placed. Oh, nice. It's the same art as well. Wow. Okay, so Keiko going in water here. Lots of stuff happening quickly. See, court games. Just need to see this conflict before I look at that old card. Crab with the garden on the wall. Nice. Yeah, cards are flying left and right here. Discord is bleeding honor, but he has 14 honor, so that's alright. Ooh, we see the prayer for Bisu from Keiko, saving him. Giving him 4 honor and a card. Yay! Pray to Bisu. Nice. Pumping him up to 6 honor here. So that one bid came back to bite Discord here. That makes it possible for Kaiko to play a second assassination here. Wow. So now it's 7 to 8. It was 7 to 6, but suddenly 7 to 8. Kaiko is still losing this, which means that Discord will get those 2 keepers and a fate, pumping him up to 14 fate at the end of this conflict. And enabling him to go for that juicy void ring on Satoshi. Or he could just find his 3rd Fate Worse Than Death here and completely destroy this Satoshi. And maybe win this turn. But we see another, that's the 2nd Wayfinder to get this conflict into even and winning position for Kaiko, getting that 1 keeper. But we see a return assassination from Discord, and that's 1 out of 2 assassinations in Discord's deck. Now, does Kaiko have anything left? He has another prayer to be, so oh, that's great. And the 3rd talisman as well. Do we see the 3rd let go, please? No, he probably would have played it before, right? Or has he saved all his let goes for the talismans? This game is crazy. 2 praise to Viso in the same conflict. Yeah, Kaiko gets the upper hand in that conflict. Getting the keeper out to finally... No, never mind. He's not getting the favor. The favor is still not taken by any player because Discord has that Imperial Palace down here. So it's 4 to 4. And there we see the rebuild. Now let's have a look at that Oracle card. Poorly placed card. Oh! Nice. But it's a bit funny that the first one had the Manicure Garden art, right? And now, this is looking like a real turn 5 crab board. 1 or 2 really big dudes. But with no fate and no reprieves in Kaiko's deck. It's gonna have to find those rebuilds. With Discord sitting on 20 fate here. Yeah, I mean, it's great art. I really like the picture. So nice colors. And a lot of the old art is really good as well. Kaiko passes. Investigator played as well. Swordsmith needs to find a fine katana. Yeah, now Kaiko is gonna get rolling real quick here. Because he has the talisman and he has a character sacrifice, he has the broker in the discard. And yeah, after those 2 praise to Abiso, Discord decides to, yeah, this dishonor strategy probably won't work. And it was down to 5 cards. So he decides to go for the Forbidden instead. And yeah, this position sucks because there's at least 1 talisman, at least 1 watch commander on the board. And there might be another one in hand. Discord decides to pass. Yeah, he can't attack here because of that Talisman Mado. He needs to find a let go here. Yeah, pretty much. But you know what turtles are weak to? Dual wielding Tetsubos with the fine katana in his mouth. Kisada is going in for the kill here. Along with his Kaio Envoy here. So with his 13 skill, this core only has to defend with a meek 7 to have this not break, but still gonna require him to play at least Yukimi and something into this conflict. Yeah, everything is weak to dual wielding Tetsubos. Except for, Bokken. Because that will just smack those Tetsubos right off. There's the way of the crab. That's a really good way of the crab. Because either Discord has to sacrifice his Yukimi and leaving wide open this conflict, or he has to sacrifice one of his other characters that he has put faith into and resources, but he decides to go with Yukimi. And yeah, this pilgrimage is probably gonna break here. Discord passes. We're gonna see a pass from Kaiko as well. This is quite interesting though, because Kaiko literally cannot save both of his characters. Oh, he hasn't used Satoshi yet. So he has to have both rebuilds in hand to save his both characters, because as I said that before, he doesn't run reprieve. Scorer decides to not attack for the second time. Probably a wise choice. And I don't think we're gonna see an attack from Kaiko either, because if he decides to go for a conflict here, that investigator could discard a rebuild from him. And that is sad times. And also the two promises left are Restoration of Balance and Upholding Authority. So yeah, his hand is gonna go bye-bye if he decides to attack here. We're on turn 5, right? Yeah, turn 5. Kaiko is trying to figure out something here. Void Ring is looking juicy, getting that Swordsmith off the board. Okay, Kaiko has made his choice here. And he's gonna go for the conflict. Void. This probably means that he has an ambusher in hand. Is he deciding to not go with the initiate as well? I mean, why not, right? Because if he wins the conflict, he gets the favor. If he doesn't attack with both, oh yeah, this card could decide not to defend with the initiate. So yeah, that's probably a good best choice here, because the skill of the both initiates cancel out each other, so it's better to have this initiate back home. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but yeah. So defense with just investigator here. And let's have a look at this juicy crab hand. Crab grip, crab claw. What treasures does it hold? And yeah, we see two rebuilds, yeah. Two bonsais fight on, in defense of Rokugan, two in defense of Rokugan, Tetsubo. Probably gonna see a Tetsubo play here. Yeah. And smack that investigator away. And then he's probably gonna save Satoshi, right? So smack, gone is the investigator. I wonder what cards this card is gonna discard here though. Bonsais? The way of the crabs are pretty meh here. He has both. Well, he's gonna have at least one character here. Staying until next turn. Bonsais are +4. Defensive Rokugans are kind of meh here because it's not gonna defend. There we see the rebuild Iron Mine. Yeah, this is looking rough for a dragon. Oh? Would that have mattered? Oh yeah, because yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he had two rebuilds, by the way. Yeah, he had two rebuilds. Yeah, he plays it anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a no-win situation for Discord here. Decides to go with the two bonsais, probably a good choice. And it is Midnight Revels under the Stronghold. Which is actually really good for Discord here, because that means that Satoshi won't do much in these conflicts on the Stronghold. Ooh. He finds the third Satoshi, so he's staying in play for the remainder of this game, I think. And I do wonder how many attachments are in Discord's hand that he just can't play. He plays a bunch of them. Funeral Pyre to discard a keeper. And Discord gets the favor with that sneaky Ancient Master. Yeah, first turn Karada is... Yeah, it is why balancing with limit 1 per deck is bad. Because when it happens, it's just awful. Especially things that you can use on first turn. Counter District is better from a balance standpoint because it isn't active first turn. But yeah, it's not good. It has never been good to balance from variance, I think. But that is not to do with this game actually. Well, it kind of is because Kerala is a thing. But let's get back to the game here. Discussions are to be held elsewhere. Balanced discussions. That is, we see a big buy here from Discord because he had a faith to do it and he needed to do it. Keiko only finding that poor Satoshi here. No, it actually is very interesting and I want to talk about it, but let's stick to the game. It's always fun to have someone to chat with when you're streaming these games. Even though the game is super interesting, it's still Crab. And speaking of opinions and discussion, Crab is, well, cancer, because Latin. Chaiko decides to pass. Yeah, he can't really attack here. And Discord can't attack either. So we're just standing here. Kaiko can't attack because Midnight Revels is a thing, and Discord can't attack because Talisman is a thing. So, what do you do here? I don't think Discord runs any 5-costers. No. So that Satoshi can't attack at all. He has to find another 4-coster. Or a Kisada here. Of which he only runs 2, I think. Yeah, Discord passes and everyone passes and Discord gets the favor again. Welcome to the meta, I guess. Yashimani Kent getting some rearrangement done. Kaiko discarding finally that Funeral Pyre to get some characters, but he only finds a Steadfast Witch Hunter, which is actually really good here. Because if he has a conflict character left, he has played... Yeah, he has conflict characters left, so that Witch Hunter is actually super big here. Yeah, I know I should play the decks, but you know, deck crisis and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna play some games after this. I'm gonna play like 1 or 2 games. Unicorn goes fast, so I might be able to play 2 games. Then I have to eat. But I also found an old game I haven't played in a while that I want to play as well. So a lot of distractions from the Krakow deck. But back to the main distraction. We see, as I said, that big Witch Hunter here. Probably gonna be the best. Yeah, that was probably the best find for Kaiko here. Because Discord can't attack, so he has to pass this conflict. And then Kaiko just goes smash with these 2, and then readies the Satoshi with the Initiate. And that's like 5, that's 9, that's 9 skill. And he's gonna need more skill, but yeah, that's gonna be one of the pieces he needs to get through to that stronghold. That Witch Hunter, which he smartly plays with 3 Fate. And the 3rd Let Go played on the... What happened to the Talisman? Was there Mia Mystic? Yeah, there was Mia Mystic as well. So all 3 Talismans are gone now. So Oh, Discord can attack. Wow, this game actually turned into a game. Again. Going water though. Probably has a court games in hand. But water is kind of dangerous here. I mean, I guess not, because fate is not an issue and one keeper is also not an issue because you're bowing a Satoshi for 2 fate, I guess, which he gained from the watering. Yeah, this is probably alright. We see the second watch commander played. So defend your honor. Discard. That was the card he drew. No, it was in defense of Rokugan he drew. So there's still a rebuild in the deck, I think. No, all rebuilds are gone as well. So all the saves. Well, there's 2 Iron Mines. There's one here, and there's another one. What other provinces does Kaiko run? Meditations, Upholding. Okay, so he probably doesn't want to go scouting on that Iron Mine actually. But breaking that Iron Mine would be really big here. Because that means that there's no saves for Kaiko, no talismans, no, because he plays no reprieves in this deck. He does win this conflict though, getting a fate and a keeper. Doesn't really matter here. This is a weird game. And all that attachment tape has worked out for Discord here. Mystics and 3 let goes. Really important in this matchup, it seems. Finding room to discard all 3 talismans and 1 watch commander. And also 2 prayers to Abisu played. Oh, this game is great. I love this game. Just all this stupid shit going on. Now we see the probably just a poke, yeah. Because we can see his hand. He has nothing else to boost with here. It's just going in for the fate and the honor pressure, I guess. Discord decides not to use Revels, probably a good choice because he knows Kaiko's hand and he knows that he can just defend with these 2. And now Discord can attack actually. Oh, never mind, there's a fight on here. Okay. But he has sensors. He has sensors. Reading Satoshi here, okay. So maybe he can't attack because Satoshi is big. It's a 6. There's still a Banzai in Discord's deck though. And at least 2 more katanas. And yeah, he's going scouting. What does he find? It's appalling. Okay. Oh, that's actually really good. If you had found meditations there, that would have been awesome because of Yuukimi. That's cool. So Yuukimi has some use in this matchup, except for the Defend Your Honor. It's cool. And there we see the second Banzai. I think that's the last one as well. And there's nothing Kaiko can do here about it. So that Earthling is gonna fire. And can Discord push for this break here? Oh, we see a fight on. Do we see the sensor? Probably. Maybe. He could, yeah, he could let the one honor. Oh yeah. He definitely does not censor here because there's a watch commander in the conflict. And Discord just passes, and that's all 3 Phytons gone as well. So Discord is slowly draining Kaiko's resources here. Kaiko passes his last conflict, which means that Kaiko will get the favor here, and those sensors are offline. This game is crazy. There we see the Neaten Adept, which is probably gonna be completely useless here because of Kerala District, and oh, he finds the 3rd Iron Mine. Satoshi is staying in this game without the reprieves. Kaiko passes, he plays his Shuichi with 3 Fate. And Discord is just gonna keep buying this huge board every single turn. It's a 1-to-1 bid here, probably. Yep. And now this is the position that Kaiko wants to be in. Witch Hunter, a sacrifice target, a covert, coverting away that hit to me probably, or just go for the power. Discord needs to remember to draw for Saltsmith, and oh yeah, never mind. He has the 2nd Cloud Mind. So suddenly an attack here is not as good anymore. And the 3rd Cloud Mine on Shuichi, so no covert and no ready. So we're probably back into the same position again. On turn 8, 3 provinces broken and 2 honor left for the dragon player, and 10 honor left and no promises broken for Kaiko, and he has 15 fate and 6 cards. And we see Swordsmith finding that court mask. Probably not gonna use it here for its action. Return this attachment to your hand. Take control of that attachment. Oh, so can Kaiko steal it and put it in his hand? Like if Discord plays Court Mask and then Kaiko steals it with Karada, can then Kaiko dishonor his character and then put it in his own hand? I'm not sure how that interaction works. Kaiko being a bit sensible here. Poking with the Void Ring on Restoration. 5 would have been good here, right? Lowering the strength of the troll and keeping the dishonor strategy valid here. Also, it's kind of fine if he breaks Restoration. He probably discards just 2 in defense of Rokugan. but he's fine with just winning this. Removing a fate from Yukimi. There's the fire. Going for meditations. That's a nice, perfect defense from Kaiko. Ooh, that's expensive. Playing his last Fate Worse Than Death on the offense. But he's not gonna get pretty much any value out of it. Because Satoshi's just gonna move in and get the conflict stopped. And now it's out of Fate, it's out of Fate Worse Than Death. Satoshi is staying for one more turn. And then it's actually gone. Because that's all 3 rebuilds, that's all 3 Satoshis, that's all 3 Iron Mines, that's all she wrote. Still Kaiko can't attack here, I mean he could, but he doesn't have the cards to do anything. He could play a conflict character, but this girl could just attack with, defend with small character. Ooh. 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 Is this the turn? Is this the turning point? Discord is actually breaking the last Iron Mine here. And Kaiko doesn't have any pumps in his hand. Yeah, it breaks. Satoshi is gone. The Watch Commander is gone. And Kaiko didn't find his last Watch Commander here. Yeah. That is super important for the Dragon here. He's turning this game around on turn 8. And who says that Crab is the long game clan? I mean, Kaiko is sitting on 18 fate, but to 0, but still. Ooh, and that's a not so good flop for Kaiko here. Broker, Vanguard Warrior, Envoy. I think Kaiko's only shot here is to reshuffle his deck and finding another talisman, right? Because he has no way to spend all that fate. Discord has been much more proactive with his resources. I mean, he had to, because otherwise he would have died. And Kaiko didn't have any chances to spend all these resources because he only found 1 or maybe possibly 2 characters each turn, while Discord was buying his board out every single turn. We see pretty conservative buy from Kaiko, considering his fate pool. Only buying Broker with 2 fate here. We have some Dragon fans in the chat, I see. Is anyone rooting for Crab? I mean, probably the Spanish, right? But I guess all the Spanish are spectating. And yeah, we can see Discord going on the offense finally in turn 9. It's gonna go for the manicured garden again, giving Kaiko his 6th or 7th fate from that. No, he's just going for the hand destruction. Earth with Investigator. Real classic conflict initiation from Dragon. It's the way they played back in Core, getting card advantage with Swordsmith and cementing it with Investigator Earthring. Classic. But still, that Karada is still there. And Kaiko has the fate to buy any attachments Discord plays. And clouds flying everywhere. That's 1, 2. That's the 5th Cloud Mine play this game. Time is a bit of an interesting thing here because both players are down to 6-ish minutes, so they're gonna have to start accelerating their pace of play here. Dragon is a bit behind by 30 seconds. You see the broker, the Oathkeeper going here. Yeah, Dishonor is gonna be the strategy for Kaiko here because he can't attack the stronghold. And this score is dead in 4 rounds if his conflict deck runs out or if his dynasty deck runs out. And there we see the ambusher. Yeah, he's gonna go for the break here. Or just the win, I guess. Discord passes. Ooh, that's big. That is a nice ring. Getting Discord down to 3 honor. No, he's getting 2. Oh, he's gonna flip his deck. He doesn't care about the dishonor because Discord is gonna lose anyways because he's lower than 5. He just needs to keep Discord lower than 5. And he wants to have as much honor as possible for when he decks. Which he might do here because he's gonna sacrifice the Vanguard Warrior to draw a card, and then he's gonna probably sacrifice the Envoy. He has a way of the Crab in hand. So that's 2 cards. And then next turn he's probably gonna sacrifice something else. Yeah. Oh yeah, Favor. He just wants to attack so he can sacrifice the Vanguard Warrior. Get that sweet value. Two fish. No trigger on the broker. Huh. That's weird. Is that a misplay from Kaiko? I would have figured you would have wanted the conflict deck shuffle here, right? Because both players are going to bid 1 for the rest of the game, and he has the honor to shuffle his deck. That's a really interesting decision, actually. Missing out on that 1 card. With the crab to discard Shuichi, doesn't care about him. He's pretty much just a 3/3 here. And also using that wave crab after conflict. Is the pressure of the time getting to Kaiko here? Gonna have to be quick. Taka with 2 fates. See the second Ethan Adept. And another troll. Kaiko passes, buys his whole board. Both players speed 1. Kaiko passes. He is sure on his way of play here. Are there any witch hunters left? 2. There might be 1 left here. Does Kaiko go for an attack here? Yeah. He wants to finish this right now. Even though he has no pumps left. Kisada's gonna get bowed. So he has 11 skill and Discord defense with 10. There is a watch commander left though. There's a Fine Katana, probably gonna get bought. Or if he plays the watch commander first. Yeah, he's gonna buy the Fine Katana. He could have actually bought Kisada with 0 fate and then sacrificed him to the Funeral Pyre to draw his deck. Daisha played on Investigator. So the Katana was a necessary bait here. Kaiko is still winning conflict. Now the attachments are rolling in. But still, he can't break that Karada because it is on Mado. We finally played into the conflict, out of the conflict with 1 fate on. Interesting. So Discord takes the win. Kaiko passes. Does Discord play a conflict character here? He has Tattooed Wanderers left in his deck. 1 Ancient Master and 2 Tattooed Wanderers left. So yeah, he must have a conflict character. And he's probably gonna go water on upholding. No, he can't. Yeah, military, because he can't go political because of the favor. He's gonna go on the manicure though, giving Kaiko another fate. No, he just passes. He doesn't care about the fate. Okay. Then Discord probably just passes because he has no pumps left. Yeah. And red is the adept. No, the investigator. Okay. And gets 2 keepers out. Now, what does Kaiko do here? That attack really cost him here. Bowing out his whole board for nothing because Discord got to defend that conflict. And he goes with just the... What? Just the investigator. Yeah, he couldn't have broken even if he went with all the board because that's 5 to 3. So no break there. But yeah, I wonder why Kaiko isn't going for the conflict deck reshuffle here. He would have had it by now, which would have meant that another talisman would have been available or a rebuild. And ooh, that's a terrible flop for Kaiko. Just the Taka. And no player buys anything. Huh? What is happening here? Why is Discord not buying anything? Watch Commander on Taka. And he goes for another round. Smack, 22 skill. Okay. Have another go. And Discord just goes with everything as well because he knows the Kaiko is out of pumps. And yeah, Discord just passes and wins the conflict and gets the keeper, and he must have another conflict character. Yeah, plays a tattoo one with 1 fate, and this is gonna be a void ring. Kaiko is throwing this game by not shuffling his deck. Because the Taka is gonna go because he didn't dupe his Taka. Whoa. I mean, Discord only has 1.5 minutes left, so there might not be enough time for Discord to actually win this. This game is crazy. Both players mashing the pass button. Who has the best micro here? It turns into a game of StarCraft suddenly. And oh, Discord is gonna die next turn. He has to win this turn. And he can't win this turn. Yeah, this game is over. There's no possible way for Discord to win this. Oh no! Because he has to break on Stronghold because he won't get Kaiko dishonored. Oh yeah, he could. If he breaks 2 promises, he dishonors Kaiko with the double deck. But no, he goes for the airing. And that just means that he's gone. He is dead. He needed to break 2 promises. He can't break here. He cannot. He honors, but needs 3 more skill. Oh no, there's still... yeah, he can't deck him out because it's gonna need 1 more. It's gonna be a draw if oh yeah, he didn't break. Never mind. No wait, if he managed to get this game to next turn, he's gonna draw the game. Infiltrator played. He's gonna need more pumps. Does he have any more pumps? He has that thing. There's gonna be a stronghold and or the Karada district by... Yeah, this is game probably. Discord passes. Wow. So the only way Discord would have gotten out of this would have been with a draw. No, wait. Because who's first player? First player decks out first. Oh, wait. What a game. What an insane game. I mean, I have chills right now, actually. This was insane. Both players were just looking at each other for, what was it? How many turns? 12 turns. I mean, Kisada got a couple of breaks. He got to the stronghold, but then it was a hard stop on the Rebels because he was gonna get bowed. And then Discord was turning it back with the attacks, but Kaiko threw the game because he didn't reshuffle his deck, because he could have gotten the talisman or something, but he couldn't reshuffle his deck because then it would have been a draw in the end. Why is this game so great to watch? It must have been horrible to play this game, this match. Must have been absolutely the worst possible game ever to play. but it was great fun to watch. Yeah, Caroline Mado is that's a thing. That's a terrible thing. Wow. So many stupid things happened too. Praise to Abyss who played in the same conflict Kaiko down to like 2 honor and then up to 10 or 15 or whatever he had. Let go on all 3 talismans and a Mia Mystic for the Watch Commander. Kisada wielding Tetsubos and Dragon just keeping up the pace and the pressure with the Fate Wars and Deaths and the triple Hurricane Punch in the beginning. Wow. Yeah. This is a game to analyze. If you're a masochist, that is. Yeah. So Crab, Spain takes the 3rd win. So it's 3-0 after this game. Yeah. I'm not sure what else to say after this. This is crazy. Thanks everyone for watching. It's always a pleasure. And this is why this game is so great. I mean, I love this. I love this shit. I would never ever ever want to play such a game, but watching it, yeah, that's my kind of stuff. Very well played to both players. And good luck to both teams in the next match. We're gonna have a rematch, a reverse rematch. Crab versus Dragon, Crane versus Lion, Unicorn versus Crane, and Lion versus Scorpion. Looking forward to those matches. And also, ooh, let's have a look at these. Unicorn Mirror in the Singapore, USA. Lion and Crab. Some good matches in the Singapore, USA matches as well. Brazil, Greece. And then Austria, France. Alright, well, I'm gonna close the stream now. I have to take a bit of a break and I don't know, land a bit after this game. So thank you everyone for watching and have a nice day.